Steve Taylor here with Steve Taylor's High School Stars of the Week. We are missing Nick Marconi, our great hype man, but we have got Tom Cole and Terry Crosby, and we got a great show in store for you today. We're actually talking about Chuck Ely, the Undefeated Spirit Award. You know, obviously Chuck's done a great job in Toledo, well known for University of Toledo, and obviously just being inducted into the Hall of Fame. But a lot of people might not know what he does locally for some of the local high school students. We've got two of his award recipients, one coming out of St. John's, one coming out of Toledo Christian. Tom, this is a great story. I know you guys are both really involved with all that Chuck Ely does in town, but talk a little bit more. Let's go to Toledo Christian. Talk about the great multi-sport athlete over there.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you, boss, for sponsoring Undefeated Spirit. You've done that now for, I don't know, 7, 8 years, maybe more. What Chuck does is he acknowledges high school student athletes, and we recognize them every year, and not just athletes, other youngsters that write essays that, and this is right up your alley that you would really like, kids that have overcome things.
Sure.
You know, they're not athletes, but they write about what they've overcome, and you read these essays, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, and you think you don't have a problem in the world, you know, and they overcome and they move forward and they do, and so Chuck recognizes some of those kids. We recognize some of the lady basketball players, and we recognize some of the guys in football. Cross is going to be a presenter. It's Sunday at the Steam Plant at 1:30. It's a cool event, but 2 nominees for us that have both been Steve Taylor High School Stars through the year. 2 of the nominees are, one is Macy Winsick. Her dad's the head basketball coach, and they went all the way to the state championship game. She's been a 2-year team captain. You know what being a captain means. You know, Cross knows. If you're a captain on a team, your peers have voted you as the person to lead. That's as good as it gets. She's a multiple sport athlete. She's been decorated in soccer, basketball. She's been tremendous 2-year captain, and also honored in track, 3.85 a cum.
What else can you say?
Student government, leader in the school, Cross. And Cross will get this. She does all the hard stuff on the basketball court. Explain what the hard stuff is, because you know what that is.
Well, you know what, I'm the type of basketball player, I used to be the type of basketball player, I never did the hard stuff. I just shot the ball.
That's why I was going to you, Cross.
I just shot the ball. But yeah, you need a combination of everything to build that winning tradition. And I think she did the yeoman's job, you know, with the rebound and the great defense. You know what I mean? The motivation, you know, that she gave her players. And you guys know how I feel about multi-sport athletes. You know, they are my favorite, and I still think today athletes in high school should play all sports. I mean, what do you specialize in? You're not going to the NBA yet. You're not going to the NFL yet. So
cross training.
Yeah. You know, I really believe that. But congratulations, she's been on our show a couple times this year.
Yeah, and she's one of the nominees for the Chuck Ely Undefeated Spirit Award. And back in the day, way back in the day, Cross and I were going to play a little basketball together.
Right.
Back when Cross could walk and stuff, you know, and run and jump and do things. And, you know, I was a little nervous about playing with Cross. He's a great player, you know. He said, don't be nervous. He said, just get the rebounds and get out of my way. And it was basically the formula that, you know, it kind of worked that way. So.
Boss, I bought him a t-shirt. Just rebound.
Everyone has their role.
The role.
Right?
If you understand your role, you know, it all works out.
And that's what makes the team. That's what makes the team.
For sure. Well, no, she obviously well-deserving of being one of the nominees, and good luck to her. Now let's move over to St. John's Jesuit High School, where we've got a name that we've said a lot over.
He's been a Steve Taylor High School star.
Obviously, he's got a great career at St. John's, but I know he's also moving forward to Miami. He's going to play
football in Miami of Ohio. Tommy Gallagher, wide receiver, 51 catches this last year, 670 yards, 3-point yard average on every reception, that's big.
Yes,
that's really big. But he's more. I did a number of their games, and he's what, from a quarterback position, a quarterback loves this type receiver. He's a chain mover. In other words, when it's 3rd and 7, the way you evaluate quarterbacks, really, it's not all the things that ESPN goes through and all the stuff and all the, you know, he could jump in the vertical and you know, eat a bag of Oreos at the same time and all the stuff that they come up with. It's ridiculous. You look at a quarterback on 3rd down. What do they do on 3rd down? 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. Are they a chain mover? Do they complete that pass that continues the drive.
Right.
And he was a chain mover. Whenever they needed 3rd and 8, they went to Tommy Gallagher, and he made the catch, and he made a lot of tough catches in traffic. So he's had a great career, Cross. He's a terrific player.
And you know, we have to be so proud of Tommy because, you know, the MAC is a very tough league.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's been able to get a full scholarship to Miami University.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think he will enjoy an excellent career there. Yeah. And then the thing about St. John's, and I didn't go to St. John's, as you guys know.
You're on their board, though.
Yeah, I went
Steve
to
was on their board forever.
But it is amazing, those characters of the students in that school. They're so manable. They're so respectful.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? You could have an adult conversation with them. You know?
Right.
And it makes sense. You know what I mean? So I've just been really, really impressed with the students that are over at St. John's, and I wish them the best of luck.
And you know, Steve, Crosby had a salient point there about the MAC. It's really becomes almost funny sometimes that young people will come up to you who have been good high school players, right? Yeah. And they'll come up to you and say, yeah, you know, you say, what are you doing? Well, I think I'm gonna walk on at UT and I'm gonna play a little football, or I'm gonna walk on at UT and play basketball. You know, and you don't, I don't visibly show anything, but you just think to yourself, oh my God, you have this cross. You have no idea how good these players are. You know, you don't just walk, you don't go from being a pretty good high school player to playing in the MAC. It just, it doesn't matter.
And you know what? The MAC has gotten tougher over
it's a good conference, boy.
Without a doubt.
No question. Well, look at Tricia in basketball and football. They won the championship.
And what I try to emphasize to a lot of students, boss and Tom, is you don't necessarily have to go to a huge university these days.
Absolutely.
You can go to a small HBCU, right? And if you're good enough, the scouts, the pro scouts, they're going to find you.
Yeah,
they do find you.
Well, there's a lot of good talent coming out of the MAC into the pros too. You know, both basketball and football.
Yes.
Kenny Anderson from the Bengals is from Augustana. Terry Bradshaw, Louisiana Tech.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Big
Ben, right?
Big Ben.
But look at some of the local Toledo guys. Too.
Oh, 100%.
You know,
Tyson Anderson.
At one time, Steve, a period of time over 10 years, the Mid-American Conference had more starting quarterbacks in the NFL than any conference in the country.
Wow.
Even including the SEC and all the what they think are the big.
Yes.
It was the MAC quarterbacks.
Wow.
So it's
see what you learn when you tune in, and Tom starts throwing out some old football history, right? It's always good.
I wanted to repeat that word he repeated last time.
quintessential.
Yeah.
That's good.
What is that?
It should have been one of the trivia questions today.
That's
No
right.
more trivia though, right?
Yeah,
The girls say no more trivia.
Yeah, we're done.
All right,
We're out.
we're rambling. Hey, congratulations, Tommy Gallagher, another
Yes.
one of Chuck Eagley's Undefeated Spirit nominees.
Yep.
The show's coming up Sunday downtown. Check it
1:30,
out.
Steam Plant.
It's great. And Chuck Ely, hats off to you, everything you do for our community. Obviously, congratulations again on the College Football Hall of Fame.
well deserved.
So well deserved, and glad it finally happened, right?
Yep.
So
100%.
awesome. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.